Okay, it is Saturday, April 26th. Let's hit this real quick, then move on to them two federal judges that were harboring illegals. Musk facing criticism and failing Tesla sales to his stock to cut back on Doge work. You don't think they fucking knew this? I'm going to tell you right now, Musk does not give a flying fuck about Tesla anymore. He's proven that because of what's been going on and how much the stock has been dropping. That dude's, I should look up how much, this dude's fucking worth, is it millions or billions? No, I don't know, millions or billions. He doesn't give a flying fuck. They, obviously, underneath this Trump agenda administration, they planned this. They know, they have already accomplished their mission. But come on, give me a fucking break. Let's move on to these two judges. And I'm gonna address these two judges. I'm gonna address these two judges recently in the news, both arrested because of helping illegals. And I'm gonna address it the way it should be addressed amongst us truthers. Not the left, not the Republicans, not the Democrats, not the independents. The way us truthers should be addressing it, and nobody is. It's not because they don't want to. It's because they're not thinking about it the way this. Let me pause here. Okay, here's the first one that happened. There he's being. Oh, that's a shitty picture. Sorry. They're standing there doing a photo, got their arms around each other. New Mexico judge, wife arrested for harboring undocumented. Now they're saying alleged he's part of the trendy or TTA, but he wasn't illegal. Of course, the fucking judge knew this. Of course, if you've been paying attention, he's only an ex-judge because he's retired. He's quit. He's quit since this happened. But let's pause here. Then the latest, of course, is this woman judge or FBI arrest Wisconsin judge. That judge, the ICE came to arrest this dude that was supposed to be at parent court. She snuck him out the back. Forget all the left and right and I'm in favor of immigrants. I'm against illegals. That gets in my head like everybody else does. But what did they do that we are not seeing among our MAGA truther, especially our truther agenda all over YouTube, social media, especially video channels? They took action. They actually fucking did something to support what they say. They're not out there. These are judges. They might not do time because they're judges and their crime is actually so-called smaller, harboring a fugitive, that kind of horse shit. But I guarantee you, they're gonna be disbarred or whatever the fuck it's called. They're gonna lose their judgeships. They're gonna lose their income. Can they make more money and write books and do appearances or whatever the fuck underneath the pro illegal side of this horse shit? Of course they can. But again, what did they do here? They actually did something. Well, all of our name me a fucking truther channel. The truthers are us. We're the patriots. We're the awakened people. Not us specifically, but look at all these millions of people in this country that support these channels. The people supporting these channels, commenting on these channels, the creator of these channels, and specifically my favorite fake hero, fake Christian, Richie from Boston. What have they done other than make videos? Not to stand up and do anything. Physically take a goddamn stand. Not a motherfucking thing whatsoever. Lies, BS, propaganda, sponsorship, sales, if they're not actually outright shields for the New World Order for whatever agenda is going. What have they done? Come on, somebody name one thing any of these channels has ever done to stop anything or to partake as these two judges have done. Not a fucking thing. Not a goddamn thing whatsoever. Okay, let's move on. Okay, a quick kind of side note. Let's hit this real quick. Richie from Boston did a video addressing the number 88. I did a video on 88. Then I didn't think about it till yesterday. Back to the Future. Remember the DeLorean had to get up to 88 miles an hour before it could travel back to the future and come back. You missed that one, so I'm helping you out there, Richie from Retard. But let's pause and move on. Boy, you want to talk about a huge fucking piece of propaganda video. Look at this. Oh, what fucking station am I on? I don't know. CNN? I probably CNN. I think it's CNN. Holocaust survivors, Hamas survivors, unite at Auschwitz. So this is so fucking staged. She's got the Israeli flag. And watch this other woman here. I guess she's supposed to be survivor of Auschwitz. He doesn't look old enough. But anyway, watch how he uses her arm to make sure the flag is smoothed out. She did it twice. I watched this lots of times. It's not a loop. She did that twice to make sure the flag was straight down so the camera could get it. Okay, let's move on. Okay, a tidbit on this. Again, I'm going to tell you and guarantee you right now, this China-U.S. tariff war is bullshit. They're both just raking in the bucks. And did this rake? That's all it is. Come on, the Chinese government, the U.S. government doesn't give a flying fuck about their people. They're just making billions and soon to be trillions of dollars off of us people and their people. China may interfere with the U.S. trade talks. Let's see what Trumpy had to say here. Oh, come on. I don't know why I'm having trouble focusing lately. There we go. Liberation Day. The world knows we are serious because we are anyway. Anyway, Trump's talking about... Oh, did I get the wrong screenshot here? I think I got the wrong screenshot. Anyway, China warns other nations against U.S. trade deals. What the fuck do you... that's what I wanted was a headline at the bottom. Oops. China warns U.S. and other nations against you. What the fuck do you think that Trump and this agenda is doing? Give me a break. This is all bullshit. It's about raking in the money. Which goes with Treasury Secretary. Rebalancing trade with China could take 2 to 3 years. Oh my God. Trump says they're going to maybe reduce the tariffs to China soon. And I showed that shit where they're now charging any ship built by China, even if it's built by China and bought by another country, they're charging them tariffs per vehicle, per pound, per ton. I mean, fucking give me a break. This shit's never going to end. Pause here. Okay, they finally came out and admitted what I've been saying. The NATO war started, the Russia war started over in Ukraine. That's Ukraine NATO wanting to bring missiles into Ukraine. Sorry about that. Okay, I accidentally stumbled across this. This was, focus. Oh, come on. Let me pause. Oh, there we go. Issued on 11/4 of 25. I don't get that. What's so fucking ever? U.S. to deploy troops along Panama Canal under New Deal. Underneath the joint deal, exercises and other activities stops short of allowing U.S. to build bases in Panama, but it's still a major concession to U.S. Trump. The agreement is signed by top security officials, both countries, U.S. military personnel to deploy to Panama-controlled facilities for training, exercise, and other activities. The deal stops short of allowing the United States to build its own permanent bases. Pay attention to that part. Allowing the United States to build permanent bases. Deeply unpopular with the Panamanians. Broad sway to deploy an unspecified number of personnel to bases. Some of which Washington built when it occupied the canal zone decades ago. Oh, sorry about that. So, in other words, Trump did like I said he was going to do, and they're doing the same thing under Greenland, except for that's slightly different. But come on, damn it, focus. Anyway, this is a separate one. The port's parent company, there was this company called C.K. Hutchinson announced last month a deal to offload 43 ports in 23 countries, including its 2 on the Panama Canal, to a consortium led by U.S. manager BlackRock. And I kept an eye on that. CK Hut, they will not sign a deal because China is challenging it at the moment underneath whatever free trade agreement, some horse shit. But at the moment, that's been blocked by Black. Anyway, the United States now controls the Panama Canal. They can invade it anytime. It's right down the fucking street. They can invade it, control it. They're going to put more troops down there. Bases are already there. They're going to add to them. Panama Canal's ours. Greenland, it's ours. I mean, stop. It's always been property. Excuse me, not ours. It's already been property of the U.S. and they're going to control it more. They're going to add more troops there, just like they're reopening a base somewhere else. I forgot. Shit. Let me pause here. Let's move on. Okay, apparently this started, of course, before March 7th. Trump allies launched bid to take control of powerful legal group, which is the D.C. Bar Association. Okay, now this is amongst the more important shit that I've been trying to address, the lawfare shit, which is Trump is doing. Bradley Bondi, a lawyer who is Attorney General Pam Bondi's brother, Alicia Long, a deputy to Ed Martin, Trump's interim U.S. Attorney for District of Columbia, are running for president and treasurer, while the general public, the non-governmental groups decide who gets to be a lawyer and who gets to stay a lawyer when misconduct allegations are involved. 12,000 members. The effort to take control of the D.C. Bar follows warnings Trump administration of officials have directed at Bar Associates. Hang on, let me pause. Oh, next one. Oh, pause. Now, pay attention, because I do facts are not a fucking horse shit and fear porn. If elected, they would join a professional organization of 23-person board of governors. Though the D.C. Bar does not have a direct role in disciplining lawyers for misconduct, its board does recommend members to sit on the D.C. Board of Professional Responsibility, the disciplinary arm. The disciplinary cases are brought by a separate Office of Disciplinary Counsel. So you think, oh, wow, these people are in the lower rung. They more or less don't get to do jack shit, especially because there's 23 of them. Okay, let's pause here. So let's see what happened previously with that D.C. board. Some Trump attorneys have faced sanctions in Washington for their actions. Giuliani was disbarred in Washington last year in the wake of his efforts to overturn Trump's 22 presidential election. So he didn't even have those 2 family members there, associates of him, and they still got rid of Giuliani, a political/agenda person. Do you see? Listen to the fucking shit I've been saying. Listen to the fucking shit you've been paying on the news, the mainstream news, your truther channels that speak at least fucking 2% of truth, and they don't want to address this lawfare shit whatsoever. They don't get it. I mean, RFB and all these other motherfuckers, they pay attention to mainstream. They pay attention to other truther channels. They rag on this prepper channel, that survivalist channel. Oh, this person's awake, that person's awake. I believe in what they say here, but not there, here, but not. I mean, fucking, they're not paying attention to whatsoever. Trump, this Trump agenda administration, all these fucking people behind him, they're doing this not the so-called, but the right way to take over and attempting to take over the legal system. And once you do that, we are fucking done. We're already done because nobody's trying to do anything to stop anything. And like I addressed at the beginning of this video, the only 2 people that I've seen, I know of recently, they have acted on anything, are those 2 judges that are pro-illegals, pro-immigrants, pro-whatever. Everybody can come to this fucking country no matter what it costs, and if we all fucking end up... If this keeps this shit underneath the Biden agenda, that faction of the New World Order kept going, there's no alternative, no other way. We would end up like those 2nd and 3rd and 4th world countries. That's the way it turns out. But let's move on. I didn't even hear about this till yesterday. This was published February. Come on, focus, you motherfucker. Trump Interior Secretary's orders make public lands ground zero for drilling and mining. The Interior, look at central paragraph, that paragraph. The Interior Department is considering selling federal lands within 10 miles of cities and towns. This is BLM lands, because this is the government. States have their own public lands. The Interior Department is considering selling federal lands within 10 miles of cities and towns with a population of 5,000 or more. Wilderness. Anyway, BLM lands, every fucking state, not just the ones that are mentioned here. Let me pause here. Oh, I should have got the one with the date. I think this was an older one. December 4th. Yeah, this was last time Trump was in. He limited protections for more than 2 million acres of Big Bear. Utah's Bears heirs. Trump is trying to run a thing right now through, because, this is all, forget the fucking screenshots and the news articles. Trump's doing all this shit to make America self-reliant, which we should have. So we need to allow cities to buy BLM land and hopefully get states to give up their public land so we can expand cities, okay? Now go to the other, that's why we destroy everything on this fucking planet. Okay, but we move on, and they want to say that they need to now sell these BLM lands, or Bureau of Land Management. I loved fucking doing my tent camping on those lands. I did more so-called tent camping, primitive camping, survivalist camping in my fucking tent with my 2 dogs than that bullshit fucking fake-ass survivalist prepper Richie from Boston has ever done. Richie films all this shit. He's got that tent on top of his vehicle. He did a couple videos where there's a tent set up in the snow. Richie from Boston, he's not a survivalist. He's got all this prepper shit. Richie from Boston, I promise you, I guarantee you, he's a fucking punk. That dude could not survive on his own for a fucking month. I promise you that. Why do you think he's always in motels? Mr. Anti-Civilization, Mr. Anti-Internet, Mr. Anti-Swab, and fucking Starlink. He uses this shit up. I digressed. Let me pause here. Moving on with the same subject, many in the Republican Party are openly discussing the idea of selling off federal lands to help pay for permanent extension of President Donald Trump's first-term tax cuts and border spending. Meanwhile, the administration is using a fake energy emergency to attempt to bypass federal law, expanding mine and drilling and everything. It is a fake, what the fuck did it say? Energy emergency. Okay, go back. I think I took screenshots. I believe I have a couple screenshots. Trump's first term, we go under Biden. Trump's doing all this drilling. Biden stops it. We have all this. We have all the fucking oil underground in this country that we need. They have fucking said that. Trump was doing it. Biden stopped it. So why not starting it again? You start it again. You don't know. You don't need to expand and start taking over public lands and BLM properties for this drilling. It's fucking bull. Like Dane Wigington's been saying for fucking, I don't know how fucking long, 15 to 18 years. Loot, plunder, and pillage this fucking planet until it's dead. That's what all these motherfuckers are doing. Nothing different. Nothing different. Okay, for those of you who say we don't have enough oil, this was March of 24. This is from, why do I want my phone focus? EEI.gov, United States produces more crude oil than any country ever for the past 6 years in a row. Okay, this is his video, Terraforming the Earth for Release of the Entities. If I remember correctly, he doesn't even address these release of the entities or terraforming in this whole fucking video. Now, he's repeated this before, but let's see what he has to say here.
So we don't even know, to be perfectly honest. But here's a little bit of news, we'll call it. You probably already know that I got RFB2 back.
Yeah, we know.
It took me 5 years of fighting, but I got it back. Okay? I also got Richie from Boston 2, RFB2 back as well. today I got RFB3 back. So it would behoove you, or be in your best interest.
It would behoove you, it would be in your best interest to subscribe to my channels because I have links to all my sales. How is Richie from Boston, after what, he's saying 5 years, he suddenly got 3 channels back? And actually, there's a 4th one, because in this next video, I'm going to show Richie from Boston got a 4th. How the fuck do you get channels back from YouTube? I quit trying a couple of years ago. How the fuck do you get channels back from YouTube? Mine only had 1,700 subscribers. Richie from Boston, Mr. Oh, I haven't said this in a long, long fucking time. If YouTube wants you gone and you're not to come back, you're not gonna fucking come back. If YouTube wants it, we all know that Google is government, Musk and Trump and whoever the fuck else. And, oh, Mr. Trump is anti-censorship. Why hasn't he stopped this shit? He supposedly got Google in his pocket. All of a sudden, he's got 3 channels back. And there's a 4th one. I'm going to show in his next video. It's called Band 1911. I don't remember ever knowing that. But he got another one back. But let's pause here and go on. Let's listen to this fucking liar, fucking propaganda shill bitch. And no, I'm not going to apologize for my language. Okay, he showed a clip by Bill Gates, but here's the point of what Richie has to say here. And I have brought this up over and over the years. And what Richie from Boston is bullshitting you, he knows it because he watches my videos. And I will tell you the truth after Richie gives you the propaganda bullshit line.
Reduce carbon dioxide. Well, first of all, this will never change. This will never, ever change.
Watch this. This first part is 100 correct, accurate whatsoever, fact, science.
Change. Carbon dioxide is necessary. We exhale carbon dioxide, trees inhale carbon dioxide and make it into oxygen so that we can breathe it in and repeat and repeat and repeat. And I know you've seen this before, but I'm going to play it so you can show it to people that you may know. Photosynthesis is ages old. You know what I mean? And now people seem to have forgotten about it. So here's a reminder. Share this. Or don't.
Okay, RFB, he is 100% accurate there. That's the fucking truth. That's just fact. It's scientific fact, even though Richie preaches against most science. What?
The leaves of this plant have cells that carry out photosynthesis. During photosynthesis...
I'm not going to show that. He goes through this fucking video for 3rd graders or whatever for fucking, I don't know, a couple minutes. Now, Richie from Boston just spoke the absolute truth on how plants turn carbon dioxide into oxygen. Photosynthesis, 100% fact. What Richie does not, I don't care, all the 7 years I've been saying it, Richie will never ever admit the fact of this truth. You have to have that filter to go from carbon dioxide to oxygen, which we breathe, and the plants breathe the carbon dioxide. You have to have the plants, you have to have especially the trees, and the algae, and whatever else is in the oceans. I'm brain fart at the moment. You have to have that filter on this planet. You have the the plankton. You have the mass die-offs of the plankton in the ocean. You have the mass die-offs of the trees on this planet. Natural, or so-called natural, because of geoengineering, the fucking, the ozone layer depletion, the spraying of the chemtrails. That is fucking annihilating the fucking plant life, and especially everybody that's listening to me knows what the hell I'm talking about. Then you go beyond what's being fucking killed because of the geoengineering to what they're burning down and chopping down for farms and housing and other fucking horseshit. The fact is 100% fact. I don't care what bullshit artists like these motherfuckers throw out there because they will not admit what they knew. These people on these channels, not just Richie from Boston, every fucking channel, they will not ever so-called change their tune, meaning if they learn something that it's the truth, they cannot admit it. They will not admit it because it affects their income, meaning it affects their subscribers, which affects their income. Okay, and how about, let's do this. Let's do Show More and Richie from Boston. Turn your fiat money into actual gold. Richie likes gold. Yeah, he sure in the fuck does. Click on all these links so Richie can make his cut. Patreon, bitch you. I mean, fucking come on, give me a fucking break. Boston. Oh, that's the remodeling company. This is how Richie first started his videos years ago. It's not on chemtrailing and fucking saving the planet. If you go to his new look refinishing, he deleted all the videos because he used to refinish bathrooms or bathtubs or something, and it was ripping people off. Richie from Boston TV, $2 a month, uncensored. BitChute is uncensored, but let's go on. Okay, let's hear he's talking about some dude that's supposed to prove that the oceans don't rise.
Guys, and why are they coming out and saying we're spraying the skies? Well, climate change, we don't have extreme weather in any way whatsoever at all. As a matter of fact, one of their favorite things to quack about is the oceans are rising. 57 years old. The Atlantic Ocean, I can hear it.
He can hear it.
It hasn't risen one iota. And perfectly...
Give me a fucking break. I'm going to tell you again, like I've said this before, you can live off the ocean like he does, like anybody does. You can live on the beach all your fucking life. I can guarantee you will not notice if the ocean rises fucking 6 inches in a fucking year. You wouldn't notice it because of the way the beaches are. But let's move on and see what retarded shit he says here about this dude.
I found this. I thought this was lost forever. This was sent to me years ago by this guy. And his father was a hydrographic surveyor before him. So,
okay, look at those measurements, because I need to skip this long-ass horse shit he drags on about. Look at these measurements.
For the last 100 years, their family has been measuring the heights of the ocean. The seas and oceans...
Let me pause here and I'll come back. This is off a little island of Sydney, and I'll show a picture, or he will. I should have got a date in here, but it's like 10 years old they've been doing this. This clip isn't 10 years old. Miami's actively working to mitigate the impacts of sea level rise. Matter of fact, I'll Google that if I don't have a screenshot here. Raising road sidewalks by up to 2 feet to account for sea level rise. Installing new stormwater pump stations to drain water. Miami for years has been... They have the stormwater that drains into the ocean, right? Well, years back, with the oceans rising, the sea has been coming up through their stormwater drains. So they had to dig all these fucking things up and put in these hydraulic gates or hand crate gates to close them as the ocean rises. And then when they want to run stormwater out when it regresses, they open them up. I mean, come on, give me oh man, Miami spent so much fucking money and other places. Go pull up videos, watch. These things are legit. You can see before and after photos over the years. Thai village disappearing. Maryland struggles to survive impact of sea level rising. America disappearing. All this. Go watch these fucking things. Don't just listen to fucking retards like this and fill people's heads with propaganda and fucking outright lies, because they cannot ever learn. They cannot ever speak the truth, even if they realize they're wrong. They will never do it. Never, never. Now here's Richie talking about this dude that's currently in charge of the World Economic Forum. Listen to Richie's words. Come on, people.
Read this. Suck this in.
Yeah, suck it in.
Click on the links. See what's really going on.
Yeah, click on the links. Let's see what's really going on. Fucking do like let's do a deep dive and Google shit.
You see what I'm saying? Stuff like this. And this is all the way back to 2015. Did you even know about this? Because I know we did a video a long time about it. About it. But that's what I was just saying. Nestle has managed to take every drop of water
every drop
and patent it, copyright it. They own it. And guess what? Peter Brabeck, Bilderberg. That's them. That's them. Exactly. It's a bad picture, but it's coming to pass. We're in dire straits here, people. It's time to figure out what...
Okay, we've all seen this shit over the years, specifically with the U.S., water restrictions to farmers. Okay, if Richie's going to be right about that, it's not going to change. If like all these truthers say, it's one world agenda, they try to trick you, believe this or that. Watch, we're going to see as Trump goes, when summer hits here. You think Trump's going to do all those water restrictions on farmers like we've been seeing underneath the Biden, a different faction, fighting faction of the New World Order. No, we're not. Watch. Promise you that. Guarantee you that right now. Which proves the agenda and the bullshit of deception from these people and from shills and fucking liars and propaganda artists like Richie from Boston. Okay, this is his latest video. A direct energy weapon may be heading for Pebble Beach, Monterey, California next. Oh my God, let's see what this is. He's talking about the channels he's gotten back recently.
Richie from Boston. It's the 25th, it's April, and it's 2025, and I have successfully reclaimed 4 out of 6 channels. So we just got 250,000 subscribers back in the last couple of weeks. And
he's just recently got 4 of 6 channels back, 250,000 subscribers. Again, when you get all these channels, when you have, I'm sorry, I'm eating. When you have these channels that have 2 channels or more, and they say, oh, I have 100,000, between these 2 channels, I have 100,000, 200,000. They're repeat offenders. These people subscribe to both your channels, all 3 of your channels. These people that listen to Richie subscribe to Mark Fugel and the Crow House and Joe Rogan and everybody else. Well, let's move on.
And I hired a guy, a social media attorney, years ago when this first happened, and tried to get my main channel back, and it didn't work.
Okay, let's hear what he said again.
And I hired a guy, a social media attorney, years ago when this first happened, and tried to get my main channel back, and it didn't work. And then suddenly I come back from the road, and all of a sudden I keep getting emails, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I've got the banned one, 9/11, back. If you're not familiar with that channel.
Now he's got another channel back. Oh, the banned one. So that's 5 of 7. He says, back then I hired a social media attorney. Okay, do you still have that attorney? If not, why are you suddenly getting 4 of 6 channels back? Or 5, whatever the fuck it is now, 5 of 7? Why is Richie from Boston, the privileged one on YouTube, is suddenly be getting channels back? And does he still have that social media attorney? And back then and now, who's paying for that? Attorneys are fucking expensive. I don't care if they're fucking social media or parking ticket or you killed somebody or raped somebody or robbed a fucking 7-Eleven. Attorneys are... Come on, Richie from Boston, show us how you've done this. Oh my God, you've overcome YouTube. You suddenly come back from another road trip at your idiot Christian flock's expense. Pause here. Oh, I should have kept going. Let's see what he has to say here.
Suggest that you subscribe to it and all my others, because who knows when they're going to take me out. And I mean, it's astonishing how many...
When they're going to take him, what does take him out means? Delete your video channels on YouTube, delete you on BitChute, Odyssey, Twitter, Instagram, everything else you're fucking on. Richie from Boston TV. They're gonna, what do you mean take you out? They're going to kill you?
Many people think that I just stopped making videos. I've been grinding out videos on Richie from Boston TV.
Here we go.
BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey. The entire time, the absolute entire time, knowing that they don't really, nobody sees them because they're tough platforms to use, but they're there.
No, but nobody sees. He's been grinding out. It's so hard to grind out a video. Travel from East Coast to West Coast, for as Richie's professed several times, 16 years driving around, not camping. He spends all his time in motel rooms. And another thing, I've addressed this, but I didn't think about this. Why did Richie from Boston, why is he no longer showing photos of videos of anywhere he goes? Nothing. No fucking of his, what's that cam you put on your helmet? Oh, god dang it, your bicycle helmet. No more of those cameras, no more, nothing from his drone. All that shit just disappeared. Is he even traveling anywhere, or is he in the same city going to different hotel rooms or taking a different angle? This fucking punk. Let's move on. Okay, this is the very tail end. A subscriber sent me email from Monterey, California, and they feel because of the way the insurance companies are working that they're going to be hit by direct energy weapons. So let's see. Go.
Maybe I'm being paranoid. Well, here's the thing. I've said this once, I've said it a dozen times. I went out to L.A. I had a problem with somebody in L.A. and emails and phone calls weren't doing it for me. So I said, Screw.
So you had a problem with somebody. Well, what was the problem? Come on, where's the videos, pictures, any? Okay, let's go.
I'm going there. I've been talking to this dude for years, this, that, and the other thing. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go there and confront this dude face to face. I get to Upland, California, which abuts L.A., and it's like 9 o'clock at night. And
Yeah,
it's like,
fucking
I
get
got a
out of it.
shower. I got a hotel room there. There's a hotel room I go to quite often. It's very short money. It's like $80 a night. And there's often crack and crystal meth enthusiasts that stay there as well. But nobody ever messes with my truck, and there's gates, so the truck is locked in. So that's where I stayed.
So anyway, every time he goes there, he goes to a motel room in Upland with all these druggies. He's got gates that protect people from pulling open the back doors on his SUV, Land Rover, where the fuck it is. Well, last time, remember that bullshit fucking GoFundMe he faked and lied about? They broke in and stole my gold and my silver. He raised fucking $25,000 off of that. Yet you're going to go to a crackhead, meth head motel area, not take no pictures, no video, and sit there. My truck was safe because it has gates on the back. What a lying piece of shit. Let's keep going.
I went to sleep. L.A. was there. I woke up the next morning. L.A. had burned to the ground. Totally.
Okay, he's repeated that a couple times. I went to sleep. L.A. was there. I woke up and it was going, well, L.A. didn't burn down. The northern end, that was where that fire was. Anyway, again, Richie from Boston says, everywhere I go, right after I leave, there's a tornado, there's a hurricane, there's a fire, there's an earthquake. Like I said, is he the spotter? Is he telling the government, those evil direct energy weapons, the lasers, the HARP, is he directing them where to hit? Come on, listen to this fucking lie. Come on, why don't you fucking talk to me and meet me, Richie, you little lying bitch. I know I sound like I'm talking shit. I get so angry and so frustrated. It's not just Richie from Boston. As I've said for the 7 years when I started on YouTube, I am so tired of these liars, these fakers, these frauds, especially the religious bullshitters. All these people they take advantage of the fucking idiots, the lame, the retarded propaganda fucking people that fall for anything, weak-willed men, weak-willed women, and they fucking make massive amounts of money off these people. Over and over, as these channels profess, I don't make no money. Then why is it Richie from Boston, Mark Fugel, High Impact Flicks, Joe Rogan, he's a bigger, what the shit, the Crow House guy, all these people, why don't they ever have jobs? Because their job is to put out a video, 1 to 3 videos a week, if that, and fucking suck people dry. Those are the people that deserve to be going to that fucking, goddammit, that prison in Venezuela, El Salvador. Yeah, that's where these motherfuckers need to be for ripping off people talk about ripping off the elderly and women and the weak-minded. That's exactly what every one of them, no exceptions, are doing to people. I mean, fuck. Jesus Christ. If they're lucky I'm not president, they'd all be doing fucking time. Let's pause her. Oh, I should have kept going like 5 more seconds on what he was saying here.
I woke up the next morning, L.A. had burned to the ground. Totally burned to the ground. So I've been right there when I've seen the power of what directed energy weapons can do. And that's what this guy's talking about. He has a...
Richie from Boston has been right there, but not one photo, not one video. Oh my God, look at the dudes. Dudes are fucking bullshit. Does the government have direct energy weapons or DOD, whoever? I believe they do, but if you watch the videos when they shoot that drone down and they blast this little sailing ship, if that's the best you got, that's it, because you're shooting at a fixed target. It's probably got a tracker in it, but again, I've shown the videos. I've talked about this. Look how the fire missed this house and got this house, and burned this tree and not that tree. That's the way fires go. Fucking pull up on YouTube right now the latest massive fire wherever. You can watch the film footage. You can watch as the fire skips trees, skips houses, skips businesses, and especially and foremostly when it's the windier, the worse it is. It jumps That's the way fires work, but people are so fucking retarded and stupid, and people, and it's the worst among the Christian agenda in this country, and I guarantee you, I promise you, they programmed this way. Dude, they do not want you to believe in science unless the science fits what you're talking about. Like Richie did photosynthesis, which is a truth, but let's not talk about the fact that most of the plant life, or not the most, excuse me, but major fucking billions of trillions of acres of fucking plant life, trees on this planet are gone, along with the plankton, which is, I believe, the number one oxygen producer on this planet. Fuck. Pause. After that, he pretty much goes on to this Joe Rogan shit, plays this long clip of this Jordan Peterson. Fuck some shit, whether or not he's a Christian now. It's fucking so stupid. Matter of fact, my next video, I'm going to address the Bible versus the fucking truth. And I brought this up before. It's been a long time since I brought up anything by Bill Donahue. Bill Donahue should be a fucking name, and video should be known throughout this fucking planet for telling the truth about the Bible. Again, I'm going to say it right now. The Bible is accurate, but Christians know nothing about the Bible because, as the Bible says, it's all allegory and parable. It's mythology, it's truth, it's psychological, it's physiological, and, but I'll save that for next time.